the SOPs in the so-called Nyayy Patra, or the Nyayy Patra that you call it. You were the manifesto in chief, which included giving 1 lakh per year to every woman from a BPL, below poverty line family. 1 lakh. Now many believe this is just not possible. You would not have had the budget to actually give every woman from a poor family in this country 1 lakh a year. Do you concede that you all also, in your own way, as your critics are claiming, tried to bribe the voter?
It's not 1 lakh to every woman. Please understand. Surely your wife and my wife will not get 1 lakh. None in this hall would get 1 lakh. It's 1 lakh to poor families. It's 1 lakh to poor families.
1 lakh per year to every poor Indian family under the Mahalakshmi.
You are missing the word poor. That's the crucial word.
No, but that still is a very large number of people.
No, it is a large number. I'm glad you accept that it is a large number, because the Niti Aayog puts out the number that there are no poor in this country, and the chief executive says if there are poor, it will be less than 5%. So you stand by one or the other. If the poor of this country are less than 5%, this promise applies only to that 5%. You can't have it both ways. You can't say, when you read the manifesto, there are a very large number of poor people. But if you sit with Mr. Modi and his team, you accept that only 5% are poor. You tell me, what is the number of poor in this country?
Sir, what I'm trying to understand from you, and you've been in public life for a long time, you've been finance minister several times. Do you believe we've entered this age of competitive economic populism? We are in Maharashtra, where the ruling party is saying we will give 1,500 rupees per month for every poor woman under the Ladki Bahin scheme. What is the opposition, which includes your party, saying we'll give 2,000 rupees? I saw the same thing happening in Madhya Pradesh. I see it in state after state. Before an election, every party now is announcing direct SOPs benefits. Is that something you're comfortable with?
Please understand. When I wrote that line in the manifesto and the Congress Working Committee approved it, we had done our sums. We had data before us, and I'll share the data with you. The monthly per capita expenditure, what we call MPCE, the median, that is 50% are above that, 50% are above that. The median for rural India is 3,094 rupees per month. That's 100 rupees per month, per day. In urban India, it is 4,963. It's about 150 rupees a day. So 50% of the people of India are spending 100 rupees a day or 150 rupees a day. Now, forget that median. I'm not saying all of them are poor. But look at the bottom 20% and the bottom 10%. The bottom 20% spend 70 to 100 rupees a day, and the bottom 10% spend 60 to 90 rupees a day. So when we say we will address the poverty of the poor Indian family, we are talking about the 10% or the 20%. And that's doable. We have done our arithmetic, we have consulted economists, and we have consulted people who are fiscal experts, and this is doable over a period of 5 years. It's not on day one we will start issuing the checks. There will be selection, there will be adjustments, and over a period of 5 years, it's doable. So when we make a promise, when we made the promise in this manifesto, it was not an empty promise, it was not a hollow promise. I don't want to comment upon hollow promises made by other parties. The promise we made, I defended, and if we had come to power, we would have implemented it.